This lack of copper in your blood now has caused a partial loss of brain capacity and nervous system. Remember, your DNA contains cellular memory. It is possible to unlock this memory with the use of minerals such as copper. Your blood systems adapted to iron because of copper depletion due to radiation. We will share more with you, but we must return now. Be at one. They always end it with be at one. Okay. I don't know, just keep going. Are there any questions? I don't want to bore you. Thank you, thank you. You guys are so great. I'd take you all home, but I can't feed you. Hey, I have a family at home, and a new family actually. My wife and I just had a baby. He's a month old today. Thank you. He's totally cool. He's taught me 3 things already: patience, tolerance, and insomnia. He doesn't like to sleep. I don't know. Most kids are, I was told, do, and he likes to be up every hour and a half. My poor wife, she went from needing 9 hours of sleep a night. She's only getting 90 minutes. I don't know how she does it. You mothers must know. Wow. What a club, huh? It's an elite club, I'll tell you. When I saw the baby come out, I was like, God, I'm so glad I'm a man. My wife said it was like passing a watermelon, and I can't imagine what that's like. Nor do I want to know. Let's see. I've talked with Morning Facetists about maturity, and a lot of this had to deal with me specifically about how to grow. And you know, and when this first started, they didn't tell me that I would be speaking or would be required to speak. And that's because I didn't read the fine print on the contract. And you got to read the fine print, folks. Okay? Do yourself a favor. Anyway, I just wanted to read to you the stages that they said that the human being goes through. And this is not just us. There are human beings everywhere. Not only on our plane of physicality, but on other planes. And I want you to know that even though you may not see them, even though you talk about what I refer to as dimensions or densities, what apparently Ramtha refers to as the planes, there is a physicality on every one of those planes or densities. Okay, it's not, they're just whispering little clouds and there's a light breeze, and if you're lucky one will blow through you and oh hi, how are you? That's not what it is, okay? It's a lot more complicated than that. So these are the stages that a true human being goes through during his or her evolution. The first is the wandering, where we come from, why, our purpose, and gathering our tools. The second is an initiation, preparing our own path, each one different, purifying, and hopefully centering. The next is honoring, understanding the source of our creation. That's a biggie. Recognizing the sacred in oneself. And I guess that's exactly what you're being taught here at the school, is how to recognize your sacredness. Stating intention, realizing and acknowledging one's true purpose to create self. Surrender. Big issue with me. Well, you know, we have this concept of surrender as you just let like anything happen to you, and it's not really true. Letting go of control to allow vulnerability. To learn what is already known. I forgot. Embrace our own darkness. Walking into the unknown parts of self. Being and becoming the void. Yeah, I'll do that after I go through it the first time. Lighting the flame in the heart, connecting to self and finding meaningful, honest ritual. Transformation, climbing the ladder of self-responsibility to hold a vision of being oneness, being the vision that alters all perception. Becoming human, empathy and compassion toward all, being in truly responsible relationships. And folks, I've learned, for me, that that's the secret of life, is relationships. Because they all mirror back part of us, part of me, all the relationships I have. Walking the path, integrating all of life's experiences, being a teacher by being. Service, discarding the illusion of separateness, total approach to life in humility and joy. And the last, the worship of the isness is the creation of self. The isness is their concept of creator, creation, what we refer to as God. I don't like to use the connotation God much anymore, because, you know, our perception of it here, you know, is based on biblical teachings. And those beings, the God in the Old Testament and the God in the New Testament, are extraterrestrials. They're not the big guy. Okay? The big gal. Sorry. Okay. Are there any questions now? Okay. Let me get some water. Okay. Fear is a big issue. At least not in this room, but outside this room it is. It is with me on bad days, you know. So I would like to share with you their perspective of fear and trying to understand it. In your time and space at present is a great challenge to you all. That would be the expression of fear. For any of you to be in fear is to lack clear understanding of most situations. We have observed that your world is at a most confused point in your history and evolvement. We understand your remarkable drive and commitment to be alive, survival. We, however, are not understanding of your need to create tools of death, expecting they will keep all in a space of understanding and peace. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? We have observed that you build, create, and plan in a space of fear, not in the consciousness of love. So your defensive position of institutions that create and employ are always then in a state of unraveling and disintegration. We share this with you because they drain you and your earth of energy, both the spiritual and materially physical. Fear always has to feed. Fear does not create itself. It has to feed. The fear we observe is difficult for us to understand.